my boundaries. I hadn't gave you my address. I, I didn't know why you even did it. I was sitting on the live and I thought it was something that my homegirl brought sent to me because I was sick. And I thought she dropped the flowers in okay guys, I'm a realtor and I'm at work, but hold on one second. I just had someone to come again.
Get to this point.
It never should have got this
And
far.
that's what
It
I was
never should have
saying.
got this
And
far.
I
He
hate
kept
it.
he kept
How do
it
I get
going. That's
her
why I
address?
asked the question that I asked you in the comments, Ty. Because instead of him
Because
answering the question, he kept trying to deflect and put off
no,
on your shit. I knew it was
no,
gonna go
I'm
here.
not trying to reflect because I can answer
You
for it.
did.
But
You
let's
did
let her
You
deflect.
finish.
trying to
No,
reflect.
Let's
I'm
let her
not.
We know
finish.
you're
You
not
did
trying to
deflect.
reflect.
I can tell
We know
you
you're not trying
exactly
to
how I
reflect.
got it.
Nigga, reflection don't come there.
Bullshit.
Nah,
Okay,
you
Be
can't tell
Edwin.
her
quiet.
shit until she
Let's
finished.
Be
let
You
quiet.
let's
can't
let
tell her
Pegasus
shit
I
until she
told you
finish.
from
finished.
the jump.
No, wait.
You
How
can't tell her
bad is you
shit.
doubling down and you don't
She
know?
at work. She at work, so I think that a client came in or something. So
And
she's
he should
trying
not
to.
be able to speak until she finished.
No, I
Yeah, I'm
don't.
okay,
I
Barbara.
agree
I'm
with that.
okay.
Oh,
I
but
agree.
you can speak
Don't
while she's not
respond.
finishing, right?
I ain't speaking
Edwin,
on
That's what
y'all
it is.
situation.
Oh, okay.
You
So
can
on
speak, but you
our
shouldn't be able to speak on the
situation, you
situation.
get to speak on our situation, but I don't.
No,
Cause you
I'm
what,
saying you
cheat?
cannot speak onto the in
no, just don't,
detail
because she
until she
wasn't
come back.
finished. She wasn't
Because she
finished.
right, she's
She
coming
never
back. She
finished.
wasn't finished.
She was
Okay.
never finished.
So,
So just don't speak
Okay,
on.
I'm back.
Let
okay,
her
I won't
finish.
speak
There she
on it.
go.
I'm
Okay, she
glad I
back. Shut
don't.
up,
She back.
y'all.
Let her
Shut up. She
finish.
back.
Okay, so
So
let
I'm
me
back.
just say
Ain't no
this.
so shush.
Let her finish.
Yo, she
Please.
back?
I'm back. Okay.
Really
So
didn't talk to you
Edwin,
like that.
you know, it was out of line. There was a boundary that was crossed.
You've agreed with that. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so what I'm saying to you is that if you were able to cross a boundary like that, do you not think that maybe on this app you're crossing boundaries? Because like we didn't know each other like that for you to even come to my door.
What?
Hold on, and like I told you, you
Okay.
gave stuff to my sons, and my sons brought it into me, and I was like, who came to my home?
That's
No
right.
one knew I stayed. That was a boundary. We weren't dating. I wasn't seeing you. So for you to bring me flowers and a bowl of fruit, I didn't know you like that to do that.
Okay, Pegasus. Let me just say this unequivocally. You know
No. Let her finish. Let her finish.
And I had to deal with that because I didn't know you like that. I've never invited you to my home. We've never sat down and we've never ate. We met one time just to meet and greet in a parking lot at a Kroger's over some business. I never invited you to my home. But for you to pull up at my home unannounced, and I'm sitting on a live, actually eating the fruit and looking at the flowers, and you were watching me, was very creepy.
Oh no, hold on now.
See, I did not want to do this, but you don't understand not going over boundaries.
I do, Pegasus. Can I speak now?
When she finished.
I'm asking her. That's the question.
But you gonna wait till she done. Like you.
Yeah, I am going to wait till she's done. I'm not trying to cut her off. Go ahead.
So once again, what you're going to do, let me show you what you're going to do. You're going to come back and you're going to try to explain something on what you did to make it be okay. And it was not okay. Now, did I forgive you and did I accept your apology and told you, yeah, we can move forward? But what you did was a boundary and you crossed it. I dealt with that for a while because I'm a single mom with boys.
And
I don't have
2
a
years
man in
ago,
my
4
life.
years ago, 5 years ago, it don't fucking matter. It could be 10 years ago. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter because he pulled up at my front door and my children seen him and he gave the stuff to my kids. And my kids at that time, I wasn't seeing anybody, still not. The only way I knew it was you because they were able to describe your car and what you looked like. And remember, I called the police.
I did know.
I did.
Okay, but I did
Because
know.
that was a violation to come to my home. Not
She's a woman.
unannounced.
She's a woman.
So let me just say this to you, Miss Pegasus. The reason that I had your address is because you authorized me and my organization to
But didn't I
have your.
just-
Wait a
but-
minute. Let me just say this. I
Let
gotta
him tell
say
you.
this.
Let him tell you, Pegasus. Let him tell you.
to have the fiduciary form. If you remember, at the
Hold on,
time,
M Glam. Hold on, M Glam. Now I'm finna derail. M Glam.
Please don't. She needs to hear
So
that.
the
I
only
don't even
thing
think
that
y'all
I
know what's
was
happening
trying
right
to
now.
do was to
I don't think
thank
y'all know what's
you
happening right now. He needs
for
to say it. Go ahead and
giving
say it.
us the opportunity to help you like we were helping other people, if you remember.
Okay, so stop,
right?
stop right there. So
And
Hold on,
so
Pegasus. Hold on, Pegasus.
stop
when
right,
I apologize to you, this is what I told you.
Edwin, stop right
It was
there.
a thank you,
Hold on,
right?
hold
And
on.
you
I need
said,
for you
yeah,
to
bro,
stop.
but
I
that
want you
was
to stop.
wrong. And I said, Pegasus, you're absolutely right. I apologize because you was like, man, you just shouldn't have did that. And I said to you, I acknowledge that. But I was happy that we were finna make that hay, as
Okay,
you know, based
stop
on
right
what
there,
we were
Edwin.
doing.
Because this
But
the
as
first
you
thing.
said,
This is the first.
I
Edwin,
crossed those boundaries out of joy,
No.
and I
We gonna
apologize
let
to
him
you for
finish.
crossing that boundary.
We
But
gonna
I
let
never
him get it out.
pushed
We
up
gonna let him
on
finish.
you.
Hold on, y'all.
No.
All
I
I
need him to say
said to
that
you
We gonna
part.
was
let
simply
Edwin finish.
I
this.
need
We
him
gonna
to
let
say
Edwin
that part.
finish. Right.
He just said it.
Okay, I'm
No,
out.
D-Time,
I'm out.
don't
Can't
cut him
nobody.
off. Don't
Why
cut him
can't I?
off.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
because
Pegasus.
because
We'll
I'm
talk
just
about it.
because
I'm out.
what's wrong right here now? What's wrong, guys? Is
It's not
that
the
No,
thing.
Edwin, you
okay?
good. Edwin,
One
you
thing
good.
is that
You
it's
good.
okay. Fine.
Edwin, you're
You
good. You're
took
able to talk.
hold on, Edwin. You took business information. Looked at we were doing business. We were not friends. You were not my man. I don't care what it was. You could have sent something through TikTok, but you arrived at my door with flowers and some fruit. Who does that? You could have sent it,
But he
but
does
you
bring flowers, T.
hold on. You yourself arrived at my
He
door
tried. He
and you
just
looked
tried.
at personal business information and got my address. We were doing
Right.
business.
Yeah, because the truth, because he just said
He
it. He
snitched
just
on
said,
himself.
yep, and he even said that he crossed the boundary. But now that we're telling you that that's a pattern that you have, you're saying that it's not true. But you would just sit right there and said that you crossed the boundary.
I think y'all
And
just
y'all,
missed what just. I think y'all.
I was trying to
What,
let
what
him
he,
talk because I feel like he should be able to finish his thoughts because we are all getting it out also. So even if he disagrees or whatever, I feel like we don't need to silence him and not give him a chance to let it out. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting a call. Hold on. Okay, initially, y'all, Pegasus was supposed to finish her whole statement before he was able to talk, and she wasn't. But the reason why I said to let him get it out, I think that y'all don't realize what he did was y'all got to go back to the beginning of the lie. See, y'all think I'm messy. I do things for a reason. I have a method to my madness, right? There's a method here. What he did was, remember when I told y'all earlier, people will use good deeds as an excuse to do toxic things. Things like, I moderate for you, I'm being nice, I'm just doing the right thing. I brought flowers to you just to thank you. But I could see, and it justifies the boundaries being crossed. So when he said, I use my organization, do y'all not understand what just happened here? Y'all missed it. And this, I want y'all ladies to
I heard
Thank
it.
Mm-hmm.
you.
I
We
want y'all
heard it.
women to understand what I do it for a reason.
Yep,
That's
we
why
heard
I
it.
said to let him get it out. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Yep.
When he started talking about he used his organization, see what he
Yep.
thought is that people were going to say, oh, that was a good thing. His organization was great and he was having services. But what he did is he breached a contract.
A contract. Yep.
He breached a contract with his organization, right? He
Yep.
breached that to cross a boundary for his personal gain.
His personal
There's
gain.
nowhere in his contract to say you could just pop up at somebody's place to thank them. There's other ways they do that. They send you a letter in the mail. They send you a card. They may send you a box of candy, but they don't just pop up at your house, right?
You're absolutely
So
right.
that's why when I told y'all to let him get that out, that was the part that I needed y'all to let him get out, not the whole thing, because he was going to invalidate the rest of it. He had interrupted her, but Pegasus, I needed you to hear that because I don't know if he's ever told you that before. That's a missing piece. He told something that you needed. But guess what? He did tell me that, and I told him that was still wrong. Even though he, like I said, he tried to justify, like when you were telling him, okay, you cross boundaries. He justifies what he does. And that's why I didn't want to go in the conversation, because he tries to justify the wrong. And it was just wrong. Did I forgive him and did I move forward? Yes. Do I mess with him? No, I don't. But I know that he has a kind heart and he probably hasn't. But I can't deal with you like I would have been freely open to deal with you back before, because you crossed the boundary. You scared me. So I'm thinking if I open the door anywhere more, that I don't know what you will do or what you can do, because you came to my home where my kids lay, where I lay. You had something that was business, and I do business. I don't mix business and pleasure. I don't mix business and nothing. Business is strictly business. And you never take a person's address or their personal information and do anything with it. I have moved since then. But what I'm saying is that to me was treacherous.
You went through that. I'm so sorry you went through that.
I'm going to say
Also,
this. You know, you're right, but you also know what we talked about. I understand that it scared the bejesus out of you. I told you the reason that I delivered it was because I couldn't get it delivered. Because what we were in or what we were doing business wise, you knew. But we had a very cordial, open, conversationist relationship.
Why is it? Hold on, Elvin. See, this is the double talk that I
what
don't
I'm
like.
saying to you is simply this. I'm going to leave you with this. I have tendered to you what you know. My
What have you
heartfelt
to me?
apology for not thinking that a good intentions that was good was not good. You say you were offended. I acknowledge your offense. Yes? Correct? I told you that I was sorry. Yes? No. After the fact, right? Since then, you and I have had several different types of conversations, but in those conversations, my remorse has been pronounced and continuing. Yes? So saying that a thing that was done, right, is who I am, when you fully know, in my opinion, that's just my opinion, that that's not the case. The actions were the actions, but I have told you, right?
What I fully know is, because I want to stop you real quick.
So what I want to do?
No.
I'm gonna let you finish. Just let me finish.
No, let me say this
because I'm finna leave.
Because what you're doing is,
I'm not gonna do
this is why T
anything.
got aggravated.
All I'm gonna say is simply this: the reason that I called you today was because our agreement was to leave that shit alone. And the last time when I was actually on T's panel and she mentioned it, I told you, it's up again. And you were like, just leave it alone. I said, okay. Now here we come today, and the same person that brought it up, not in her place, but here, brought it up again. So I called you to tell you it's up again. I.e., they talking about
I
this
explained.
circumstance.
So Edwin,
just let it go.
See what you're
and I
doing
said,
is plain.
okay. So only thing I was
Edwin.
trying to talk about was what happened in this live and not you. That's
Edwin,
it. That's all.
Edwin, this is what I don't like here, and that's why I don't like talking about this. Because, and I quit talking about it because you don't understand what you done, and you want to make it be okay, and it was never okay. I just forgave you and I moved forward. I asked you to not. I won't talk about it with nobody. I'm done with it. I forgive you and I move forward. But just like I told him earlier, T, don't call me anymore when you've been in a box with this mess. And I told him how to handle it. I didn't want to have to deal with it, but he still doesn't get the wrongness, and what he did was wrong. He wants to justify it. And that's the piece I don't like. It was business, and you took my number, my address, and brought something to my home, and it's not okay.
Right.
I can't believe that someone would sit up here as a grown 50-year-old man and justify what you did to be okay. That's the problem I have with it. That's why I don't want to talk about it, because it irritates me and it scares me. Because, guys, I was on the app doing a live and he was sitting there watching me, and he knew I thought it was somebody else, but it was him. And then when I asked my son, because I was sick, my lupus had flared up. And I thought, oh, my girlfriend knew about it. She sent me something. But he was sitting watching me as I was smelling the rose and as I was eating the fruit. My girlfriend, that's what she does for me. She'd be like, girl, you sick? Let me send you some cookies, some fruits, or something like that. That is creepy, because if you came to my door, you should have knocked on the door and gave it to me. Why did you walk off and give it to my son if you felt like it was okay for you to come to my house?
If you felt if you felt like it was okay, you should have knocked on the door. And I agree with you. And I'm sorry you had to go through that, Pegasus. I really am. And I'm sorry.
And my kids,
like that.
Yeah, my kids are private.
Pegasus.
You see, my hand is shaking now, because one thing about it.
I did, Pegasus.
Hold on. One thing about it, Edwin. Edwin, you
please
still
let her
think it's
finish.
okay. You're still,
Okay,
and
fine.
you making
I'm
me
done.
raise
No,
my voice.
it's not
I do
okay,
like raising my
Pegasus,
voice.
my boy.
Edwin,
Not
please let her
Edwin.
finish.
Edwin,
Please let her finish.
No,
I don't like
problem that I have,
addressing-
Pegasus. The problem that
Edwin,
I
let her
have is
finish.
the
Why is it every
same
time she
affair-
starts talking, you
Because the problem that I have is, like I told you about
Let her finish.
this conversation
Can somebody
with
mute
this
him,
person
please,
that
to let her
brought it
finish?
up. Like you told me, leave it alone. Now, what I'm not doing is speaking on the subject matter, right? Because we have an agreement. The
You don't
problem
get to
that
tell
I
her
have
not to
right
speak on
now
it, though,
is-
Edwin.
Right, when
You
you the
don't
one
get
that
to tell her
called
not to
her.
speak
Like,
on
No.
it. Your agreement is your
Okay,
agreement.
fine.
It's
You're
her
right.
talking
You're right.
now.
You're
She
right.
get to speak.
Pegasus,
So
you're
mute your
right.
mic
You're
and let
right.
her finish.
And let her finish, because you called her. Remember, you called her.
Go ahead, Pegasus.
Exactly. I wouldn't even be on this live if you wouldn't have called me. And I tried to be really nice and just go and just tell you how to handle the situation. But evidently, you don't want to handle it, and you don't want to change your behavior. And it's sad. Edwin, please, just stop. Because to me, for you to still think what you did was okay is even weird. And I just don't even want to be around anymore. If you really believe what you did was okay, it's weird to me. And I don't want you to be my friend. Don't dial my number anymore. Don't even come on my TikTok pages. I'm done with it, because I really thought you understood what you did was wrong.
I wish he was still up here. Edwin, I would like you to come back so I can speak to you. I want you to understand, if you were around here, you were speaking about having an organization. You want this lady to validate your feelings, what you did, and that shit is fucked up. Because even though she has moved, you use your organization, even though you had it on file. She doesn't know your reach. You can use your organization to find out where the hell she at right now, and that's scary as fuck. And to have you on TikTok, she can't sit here and validate what the hell you doing, bruh. You called her over there. No, hold on 1 second. Hold on.
I'm back. I don't know what
We
happened.
want this to happen, but see, if you
Go
just
ahead.
would have been
No, go ahead.
accountable,
Listen, Edwin.
just would have been accountable.
Wait a minute. Corey.
Edwin, hold on. No, Edwin.
Bro, no.
I need you to mute. I need you to mute, Edwin. I need you to hear me. I need you to hear me. Bro, I need you to hear me.
All I'm gonna say is,
Listen, I need you to hear me. You talking. You
say
just
this one
talking.
more
Edwin,
She already said she don't want to speak to you, Edwin. She said she don't want to talk to you, though, Edwin.
Edwin, I'm
it
talking to
wasn't
you.
my organization, Corey. It was our man.
doesn't matter, Edwin.
All I'm
Like,
saying to
come on,
you, this okay. Can you hear what? Can
seriously.
y'all hear me?
Wait a minute,
Can y'all
let
hear
the
me?
men talk.
Can y'all hear me?
Edwin, let Corey
Can
finish his
you
statement.
hear me? Well,
Let-
Corey just got here. So let me
I've been-
address
nah, I've been seeing-
circumstances.
That's the man
I
that
didn't
Corey
get a comment,
told
cousin, and I already
Hold
know.
on, Edwin.
I'm
Edwin.
going to say simply this, Miss Pegasus. What I said about what happened, it still stands and it still holds. Now, what has occurred is somebody with some information wanted to stir the pot. Now, you said, drop it, let it go. The reason that I'm up here is because she is saying this is what it is because of. What I have said is I've acknowledged that I've done things wrong in my life, in particular to you. I have told you personally. You and I have had a conversation about it. You told me to not speak on it. And I told you if it ever comes up again after the first time it comes up, I will let you know before I start speaking on it. My word was my bond. When it came up, I was in the panel. I said, hold on a minute. I called you and said, the conversation is going on again. Would you like to come and state your case? Because I really don't want to talk about it anymore. What I feel like is my character is under attack by Miss T. You said, okay, where is it? I said, I'll send you the link. You're welcome to come if you feel like it. I'm not trying to say that what I said to you wasn't heartfelt. What I did was not wrong. I did not attempt to cause you all of the mental that happened. I said that. And all I'm saying to you right now is don't take this bait, Pegasus. We good. And I heard you both before, after, and today. Before you came up on the panel, and now that you're here. That's all I'm saying to you, Miss Pegasus. Don't let
Hold on.
No, Corey, because
and I'm going
I
on
have not
mute.
interrupted the whole
And
time.
at the end of the day, I'm going to say to you again, Pegasus.
You call Pegasus.
Really, can I please go?
I hear you.
I swear I ain't interrupted. I did good.
Heard you.
I did
I've
really
heard
good.
everything
You've been
that
doing
you
great.
said
Pegasus, let me say to you.
today. And
I can assure you.
don't let
Pegasus,
them
okay.
sway you for
Is
what.
there any minds in here?
I got you.
Is there any minds in here?
I got you.
Okay, so here we go. Pegasus, I can assure you this is not bait. When I told Edwin what he did wrong in the moment, okay? What he did wrong in the moment, he challenged to bring other people in, right? Even when people came in on their own and validated, you did this with me also. He then still challenged more people to come forth. That's one person. That's two people. Where are the other people? He continued to challenge people instead of saying, okay, I've done a lot. Okay, I've done this consistently to many people. That's cool. You right. Maybe I could work on that. He challenged. It's not true because it only happened with you and you. So who's the other people? Well, it only happened with you, you, and you. So who's the other people? Then he said, y'all don't know me in real life. So I then said, well, it's also happened in real life. Since you want to keep, he continued to pull shit out of his own to have people challenge. What he forgot was, he probably did, I don't know if he didn't know I was around, or if he forgot, or thought other people forgot, or maybe thought other people made an agreement.
This ain't
But
the
I don't know
first
why
time.
he didn't think that
We
that's going
already
to come
know.
up when he continued to challenge
Every